Hi crafty friends, it's Tracie Hinds, aka Nanner BaNanner. In today's video, we will be making a Sunbonnet Sue tab index card. This one-of-a-kind tab card brings sweet Sunbonnet Sue to life with a nostalgic mix of feedsack fabric, homemaker charm, and hand-stitched details. Perfect for adding a bit of vintage warmth to your junk journal. This piece doubles as a functional journaling card and a darling decorative element. Featuring a classic Workbasket ad, embroidery-inspired illustrations, and a stitched Sue in her Sunday best. It's a charming nod to resourceful women of the past, and a reminder that homemade is heartmade. Today's supply list is Ric-Rak buttons. I use two digitals. One is the Sunbonnet Sue digital in my Ko-Fi shop, and the other one is on Etsy. The shop's name is Life in Journals. It's called Retro Red Labels with Vintage Backgrounds. I'll have both of those linked down in the description below. And then I used a Workbasket book advertisement for the background. An eyelet, and I found these index tab cards at while I was thrifting over the weekend. So I'm sure that you might be able to order them on Amazon. I'm sure they're still around, that sort of thing. But just a reminder, I am putting some Sunbonnet Sue kits together, and up until the time I release the kit, all the embellishments that we make on my channel will be included and have everything you need to make them. So this would be an example of something that would be in your kit that you could make. Again, I will do a post when those are available, and those will be listed in my Ko-Fi. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take the tab card and put some Yoo-hoo glue on it so we can place the ad. That's our first step. I want to thank everybody that watched my live yesterday, and also the launch of this new series. Really appreciate it. I'm going to ship all the winners their items on the 1st of August. I want to be able to ship everything one trip to the post office, and I'm just waiting on the last giveaway to come to an end. So anyone who did not see the live, it's watchable now in replay, and you can go to my live tab on my YouTube channel and watch that. And at the end, it tells you how you can be entered to win a little golden book journal that I made in the Raggedy Ann series. If that's something you're interested in doing, I would appreciate it. All you have to do is be a subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment what your favorite childhood toy was. But that's out there. And then I also did a haul video of some of the items I'm using in this series. It's certainly the ones I've got so far. I forgot to pull my vintage quilt books, because I will be using a heavy quilt theme in these journals. I might go ahead and show you guys. I finalized on what the journals are going to look like. So believe it or not, these are made out of envelopes, and I get them in mail at work. So I'm utilizing junk mail, if you will. But this is 2.5 envelopes to make the base of this, and I wrapped a block around the front. I used some of the fabric to do like a quilted look on the back, and there was already a quilt top, a 9-patch quilt top piece together, and I used that for the spine. And I used wallpaper for the inside covers. Obviously, I'm not going to put pages in just yet. I'm hoping to do a video Friday on how to make this. That's my plan at the moment. But the rest of the week leading up to that, we'll be making ephemera. Thursday, I've got a haul video. So definitely, if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you don't miss any of my content, and you'll get to see this series, whether you follow along and make one yourself, buy a kit, or just enjoy seeing different types of embellishments and ephemera that can be made. Honestly, I know when I watch other YouTubers, I love to see what they're making, even if I'm not making those items, just because it gives you inspiration and sparks ideas for your own journals that you're working on. And if you're new to junk journaling or haven't started, you might start watching videos and get inspired to try to make a junk journal, because they're really fun. They can be used to do traditional journaling, art journaling, memory keeping, all kinds of, whatever you need them to be. I've used mine as planners, kind of like bullet journal style. So the step I'm doing now, I'm taking these triangles I cut out of some of the leftover material, and I'm just gluing those to the top. And then I will put a piece of Ric-Rak down as a decorative piece. Alright, and I'm not quite done just yet. Let's see. This is the Sunbonnet Sue I chose for this one. And I'm going to do it like a red. Do I do white again? Or do I want to do a green label? Decisions. So I definitely put this on. I need to go grab a button. I forgot to grab a button. Let me do that real quick. So I kind of put that where everything intersects there in the middle. Let me go grab a button. It's here on my table. A little button. Right. Where is my Fabri-Tac? It dries pretty quick. All these layers of items really makes this come together. Again, this is from my Sunbonnet Sue digital, and I think I'll do the white. I like that better than the red. Make sure and in frame too. Okay, let me glue this down. And these labels, I use these on the recipe journals that I'm still do not have completely finished, but and I do list where you can find those on Etsy, but these are just the perfect color and tone for doing any kind of retro embellishments, I think. I made some with the Sunbonnet Sue digital that I made, but I feel like they're a little too bright. They're just not muted enough. Again, just a reminder in case you've not watched me before, my digitals on Ko-Fi are always free. You just have to hit 0 for the dollar amount, and then you can download them. All right, here's that. Okay, so I'm going to sew around this one. This. I'm doing this with a brother's sewing machine that has all the decorative stitches, and I put it on the 5, and I do the length at 2.5 and the width is at 5. I like this stitch. It's a modified zigzag stitch. You could do a straight stitch or any kind of decorative stitch that you like, your favorite, and any of them would look nice. And using different colored thread could really make this pop more too. I didn't take the time to change my thread out. Just using this neutral that I have in here already. Okay, there's that. All right, so here you have it. Here's the one I made for before coming on as an example. And oh, I'm not done yet. Let me put an eyelet in because I'm wanting to be able to hang a dangle at some point. I've got to make some still. But use my crocodile and put a little eyelet in here. I think little details like this may add so much to your projects. Alright guys, so don't forget to keep it cute, keep it crafty, and keep making something out of nothing. Bye!